Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jeannie and I'm glad you could be here. Today we're going to be using Vivid Glam Co's August Duo. So as you guessed, I am way behind in my posting and I posted way out of order. So I don't have this nail length or shape anymore, but I still wanted to share this because these colors are gorgeous and we'll also get into a little stamping at the end. The two colors from the duo are Rise, which is like a neon coral, and Grind, which is a neon coral glitter. And I'll also be using Grapeful just for a little more pop of color. I'll also be using Vivid Glam Co's Crystal Glass, which is their clear, and it's one of my favorites. Just look at how large this jar is. That's how much I love it. And rounding everything out, because we're going full on Vivid Glam Co, I'll be using their dip liquids as well. If you haven't noticed already, I am obsessed with Vivid, and that's because it's not just a dip company, it's like a whole experience. So everything from her branding to her packaging to her products, which are amazing by the way, it's just the whole package. So I highly recommend them if you haven't tried them out. I'm going to start with my solid nail, which is Rise, and I'm going to dip that on my pinky and my thumb. At the time I was doing this mani, my natural nails were a lot shorter than what I was used to dipping on. Normally I dip on either longer nails or my full coverage tips, which are longer. Usually I use like my medium almond pro gel tips. So I did experience a little bit of cuticle flooding, but that's completely not the fault of the liquids. It was just because I'm used to using more base to cover my entire nail, so that when my nails were shorter, I just had a harder time readjusting. Isn't this color so beautiful? I don't know why, but I've been obsessed with oranges and corals all summer long. Are there any colors that you've been obsessed with lately? I mean, I've never really been an orange person, but for some reason they really caught my eye and I've been loving using them. By the way, I'm so sorry you have to keep looking at this ugly tan line. Normally I'm wearing my watch, but at the time I was doing this mani, it was charging and it didn't even occur to me. So I edited it out as much as I could, but there's still some in there. So if you didn't notice it, you probably can't unsee it now. So sorry about that. Even though I've been obsessed with oranges and corals, you know I had to incorporate my purple somewhere. And this Grapeful might be one of my favorite purples. Just wait till you see it. It is so gorgeous and it has the prettiest shimmer. And I just have to show you the shimmer that was left on my finger. I'm really thinking Grapeful can be chromed, which I'm really excited to try to see if that works because that shimmer is gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and cap and clear, activate, and then we'll move on to my glitters. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I don't want to risk contaminating my solids and my shimmers with any of the glitters. And so if you cap and clear and activate, the glitters won't stick to it. I've used my Dipp'd in Chaos in a few videos and I feel like I should explain what it is in case you're curious. So this is a 3D printed item by Chaos Concepts and it's actually made out of like some flexible material. So I like to use it in place of my cupcake liners and I love that because it's reusable. So I'm no longer wasting cupcake liners trying to pour over my dip powders or my glitters. So I actually use this for my pour over and then when I'm done, I can just pour it back into the jar and not have waste. If it gets a little dirty, I can just rinse it out with some warm soap and water and it's clean again. No glitter sticks to it. I've tried those silicone cupcake liners, but everything powders, glitters just stick to it. Even if I wash it, I can't get it out. So I really prefer this material better. And then I don't think you can really see it here, but it's actually got a slanted bottom. So it's a really great tray as well for French tips. So I've used this before to do a French mani, and that's really handy as well. If you're interested in anything by Chaos Concepts, I'll leave their link below in the description. I didn't realize how much I needed 3D printing things in my life until I discovered this company. So all my bottle holders, all my finger rests, hand rests, they're all from Chaos Concepts. I'm absolutely obsessed with everything she makes. Now that I'm done with my tangent, I'll let you finish watching me dip in Grind, which is this coral glitter. Now that I'm done with my glitters, I'm going to go ahead and cap that in clear, and the clear is going to help protect my colored glitters so I don't file through it, because most colored glitters are silver in the middle, so I don't want to lose that color. So I'll cap in clear, activate, and then I'll file and buff off camera. And I do want to note I am pouring over my clear, and that's because I don't want to contaminate my huge jar of clear with any glitters. So I'll pour it over. If there's any glitters in the clear that are in my Dipped in Chaos, I may fish them out. If it's too many, I'll just start a new jar of clear just for glitter, just so I keep that big jar free of any contaminants. And here's how we are looking after I finished filing, shaping, and buffing. So now we'll get into a little stamping. I'm going to use this stamping plate, and I got it from Triple-D. I believe it was one of their Diva Box stamping plates, and I'm going to use this little hibiscus in the corner. I'll also be using Dipalicious stamping polish. And of course you'll need a scraper card and a jelly stamper, and this jelly stamper is from Clear Jelly Stamper. To do my stamping, I'm going to paint the polish on the design that I want, and I'll scrape it with the scraper card at a 45-degree angle. Once I've scraped it, I will take my jelly stamper and gently roll it on the design. If I'm not happy with it, I'll just remove it with a lint roller. And I've got this handy tool from Maniology that helps me pick up my cotton wipe. And that way I don't have to ruin my nails with the acetone, and I'll just wipe off the polish with acetone on my plate to clean it up. Once the acetone is dry, which is fairly quickly, I will try again. Stamping is very much a trial and error. It's very, very rare that I get it right on the first time. You just have to have a little patience. So I always check my design, see if I'm happy with it, and if not, I'll start over again. Full disclosure, I probably edited it out about 2 additional times where I tried the stamp and it didn't work. I just thought it'd be too repetitive, but I do want to let you know that there were multiple attempts before I got it right. So I'm just checking to see if I like it, and then if I do, and sorry, I'm off camera, I'm not used to stamping on camera, I'm just going to gently press the jelly stamper where I want it on my nail. Once I'm done with my design, I'm going to use the smudge-free top coat from Dipalicious, which is actually an air dry polish, and this is going to protect my stamp from any smearing. If I were using gel top coat, I would just skip the polish and I would do gel base cure and my gel top coat, but because I'm using dip top coat, I don't want my activator to smear my stamp, so I'm going to cap and clear, gently buff, activate, and then I can go in with my dip top coat. The top coat reveal is my favorite part because up until this point your mani just looks a little dull and lifeless, but it really comes to life with the gloss of the top coat. Now that my top coat is dry, I'm going to finish off my mani with my Scales of a Mermaid Sunkissed Cuticle Oil. I always like to try to match my cuticle oil to my mani. Does anyone else do that? I don't know why, I just think it's fun. And don't forget to get the underside of your nail as well, because that also gets dry. And here we are with our finished look. What do you think? I love that it just screams summertime. Like, I feel like luau in Hawaii. I mean, I know it's September, but it's still hot here. And this was the August duo, actually. So it kind of fits. And don't be surprised. This may not be my last summertime mani, but don't be surprised if all of a sudden you see Halloween manis. Halloween is my favorite time of year. So I usually go from summer manis to Halloween manis and no fall manis in between. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it helps YouTube recommend me to others. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!